A Webb City man pleads guilty for his role in an abduction and murder. KOAM News at 10 is next.
Hi,
Now at 10, a Webb City man becomes the final defendant to plead guilty in a case involving an abduction in Joplin and a murder in Oklahoma. Plus, MSSU looks to expand its mission with the addition of health and life sciences, and Mercy Park shows its pride with a new addition to its sculpture garden.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Webb City, Missouri man is the last of multiple defendants to plead guilty in a case that involved an abduction in Joplin and a murder in Oklahoma. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. KOAM's Anthony Saviello has more.
On July 15th, 2020, the body of Jolene Walker Campbell was found in Mays County, Oklahoma. Trey Akerson is the last of multiple defendants to plead guilty to his involvement in the death of Campbell. According to the United States Attorney's Office of Northern Oklahoma, Akerson had robbed Campbell just a few hours before he and co-defendant Brianna Sloan kidnapped her in Joplin. The three then drove across state borders into Oklahoma. During the trip, Campbell fell asleep. Sloan and Akerson then drove into a field in Mays County where Akerson shot Campbell, cut her throat, and beat her to death, then left the scene with Sloan. As it stands, both Akerson and Sloan face up to life in prison for the murder of Campbell. 7 other defendants have pled guilty to crimes related to obstructing the federal investigation, including witness tampering. Most of these defendants are facing 20 or more years in prison. In a comment made by FBI Special Agent Edward J. Gray, Jolene Campbell left behind a grieving family that deserves justice. We hope they can finally begin to heal from this tragic loss. Thanks to the dedicated efforts of the FBI and our law enforcement partners, the defendants are now facing decades in prison for their involvement in this horrific crime. End quote. We have reached out to the family of Jolene, but they have decided to not speak with the press until sentencing is carried out.
Anthony Saviello, the U.S. Attorney's Office said charges were dismissed against 2 additional defendants. Oklahoma authorities charge a man with the murders of 3 people. John Brian Good was charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder for the deaths of Jack Grimes, Dwayne Selby, and Dwayne's mother, Glenda Cookie Parton, in Tulsa. Grimes' remains were found in a wooded area on October 31st of 2021. Selby and Parton's remains were found last month. Yesterday, he pled no contest in another homicide case that occurred in Tulsa. He was sentenced to 32 years in that case. Getting cool out there, but overall nice weather. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty.
Yeah, it turned out to be a fantastic Wednesday for us today. Upper 70s to near 80 for most of us. 78 was the official high. 51 is where we started. 83 is our average high. The record 100 set back in 2011, and our temperature is pretty good right now. Cassville 67, 65 at Grand Lake. Fort Scott 65. Independence is sitting at about 68 degrees. We do have some clouds which are kind of rotating through, so we are going to have partly to mostly cloudy skies tonight as a wave kind of passes down through Oklahoma and parts of Arkansas. But besides that, we're going to end up staying on the dry side. 63 here shortly at 11, down to about 56, back to 70 by 10 a.m. We're going to look at your Friday night high school football forecast, plus our next chance for rain here in just a bit.
See you soon. A first of its kind Seniors Unified Olympics was held in Columbus, Kansas. Special Olympics of Kansas partnered with the community of Columbus to host Seniors Unified Olympics, aiming to get everyone moving. Special athletes 45 years of age and older are paired with a senior citizen to explore the various activities. Volunteer high school students assist the teams and cheer them on.
So this is the first time we've ever done this before. Our athletes, our Special Olympic athletes 45 and over, are being paired with a senior citizen from senior housing around the area, and then they get a high school volunteer with them, and they get to go around and do all sorts of adaptive events.
Special Olympics Kansas partnered with Compass and Medical Lodges for Seniors Unified Olympics. KCU Joplin today provided free health assessments to local elementary school students. Fifth grade kids from Kelsey, Norman, McKinley, and Irving elementary schools participated in Score One for Health. The preventative health screening program includes dental, blood pressure checks, and physical assessments. For many second-year medical students, this was their first time being face-to-face with real-life patients.
But there's nothing in medicine like really learning how to do that with a live person. And so they are learning, they are also giving. And the kids, I hope, are learning and they are also giving. So it's a really neat exchange.
It's more interesting and they don't use big words as much, so you can understand them better.
Medical students saw something concerning about their patients. Clinical faculty was available to offer support. Missouri State Board for Higher Education today approved a new designation for Missouri Southern. Each university in Missouri is given at least one designation for its mission. MSSU's designation has been International and Global Education. Well, this approval now clears a major hurdle toward the university adding Health and Life Sciences and Immersive Learning designations.
So the statewide mission is a way to recognize institutions for a specific strength or focal point within their role within public higher education in Missouri. So, I think the additions of these two certainly hold up some of our strengths in health and life sciences. And that certainly connects with our new Health Science Innovation Center that we're constructing soon.
The designations still need to be approved by the state legislature before taking effect. Lawmakers will consider it next year. Mercy Park welcomes a new addition to its Rotary Sculpture Garden. Strength and Courage is the name of the latest sculpture. It's a bronze lion. Look at that. This work is by artist Catherine Gray Johnston, who sculpted the park's 2021 edition, Wishing on a Star. The park now has 20 sculptures.
Now we're in the process of filling in between. There's a lot of mass area here to put sculptures, so we just want this to continue to grow and for people to enjoy it.
The garden is the result of a collaboration between Joplin's two Rotary clubs, the Rotary Club of Joplin and the Joplin Daybreak Rotary. The superintendent of the Webb City School District has announced his retirement. Dr. Anthony Rossetti has been with the district for 15 years. In a statement posted on the district's Facebook page, Rossetti said, quote, "The success this district has achieved during my term as superintendent goes to the hard work of our Board of Education, our amazing staff and students, and the unwavering support from our community," end quote. His official retirement date is June 30th of next year. Coming up, pursuit of a 34-foot camper turns into a manhunt by Missouri and Oklahoma authorities. Plus, Carthage and McDonald County do battle on the diamond. John's going to have all the highlights from this one later in sports.
Right now at your local Ashley, get a king mattress for the price of a queen, or get 0% interest until 2028 on top mattress brands. Plus, bed gear, pillows, and mattress protectors are buy one, get one half off, only at Ashley.
Moderna says its experimental flu vaccine has a stronger immune response than what's currently on the market. The shot is called mRNA 1010. Moderna says that in a phase 3 study, it shows increased immunity against 4 strains of the flu virus. And the company is now moving toward what it hopes will be approval from federal regulators. Moderna is already testing the technology in other respiratory virus vaccines, including RSV and COVID. For people who fear needles, there might be one day an alternate way to get the COVID-19 vaccine. A study from Oxford University gave a COVID vaccine orally to monkeys and found it produced the necessary antibodies to fight the virus. They say vaccines given orally or nasally can be more effective because it triggers a better response in the lungs, nose, and mouth. A police pursuit of a 34-foot camper turns into a manhunt by Oklahoma authorities. The pursuit began shortly after 11 this morning in Newton County, Missouri. Ottawa County deputies and the Oklahoma Highway Patrol joined Missouri authorities when the pursuit entered the Sooner State. The chase ended just south of E-114. There were 2 men in the pickup. One man fled on foot. The second was detained. Police K-9 joined officers on foot and ATVs, as well as a police drone and helicopter. You can follow this story on KOAMNewsNow.com as it is a still developing story. Authorities in Pennsylvania announced a man convicted for the stabbing death of his ex-girlfriend was captured today, some 2 weeks after he escaped a prison in the southeastern part of the state. Bradley Blackburn has the latest.
Escaped killer Danilo Cavalcante's dramatic capture lifted a heavy cloud across Pennsylvania.
I haven't been able to sleep for 14 days. I just wanted to be able to see him get captured and we all get peace.
It's just been crazy, just scared and worried for people.
We're just relieved that he's captured and everybody can get some good sleep tonight.
A team of tactical officers caught 34-year-old Cavalcante in the woods Wednesday morning, 2 weeks after he broke out of a prison about 20 miles away. A search plane equipped with a thermal imaging camera picked up the fugitive's heat signal. Teams on the ground secured the area surrounding him and moving in with search dogs.
They had the element of surprise. Cavalcante did not realize he was surrounded until that had occurred. That did not stop him from trying to escape. He began to crawl through thick underbrush, taking his rifle with him as he went.
When a dog subdued Cavalcante, he was finally taken back into custody, his face bloodied from a canine bite to his scalp.
He was apprehended this morning with no shots fired.
Cavalcante escaped from the Chester County Jail in southeastern Pennsylvania on August 31st after scaling a wall encircled by razor wire. This past weekend, authorities said he fled the initial search area, shaved, changed clothes, and stole a vehicle that he later abandoned. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
Now, state police say Cavalcante was cooperative while being interviewed. Preliminary hearing is now scheduled for September 27th. He was previously sentenced to life without parole for the murder of his ex-girlfriend. A little later, the Chiefs have some questions to answer following a Week 1 loss to the Lions.
Well, it's another chilly night for us tonight, but we're going to warm back up just a bit over the next few days. We're going to look at that coming up.
It's on sale now for Joplin Little Theater's The Glass Menagerie, opening September 20th.
And melty cheese in a portable crispy golden shell. Runaway dip. You're free now. Sonic $2.99 Buffalo Chicken Dip Bites.
Well, it turned out to be a great day for us today. Again, we have plenty of sunshine across the region. Temperatures upper 70s to right about 80 degrees. Now, the allergies, this has been a problem if you are an allergy sufferer. Kind of in that moderate to high range on a scale of 1 to 12. Today was a 9, tomorrow an 8.8, so about the same as what we saw today. Main allergy, or the main problem for you, is the ragweed, and that's going to stay kind of high over the next couple days. Looks great. Here's Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. We have partly cloudy skies up top. We are dry. Temperatures very comfortable. 57 in Stockton already. 66 Neosho, Miami 67, Chattanooga sitting at 65. We can go outside, 7th and range line. Humidity's not bad, visibility's great, sitting at 64 degrees. Now, we do have some clouds kind of shooting through, especially the southern half of the region. We have a wave to our south. This is a small wave, but you can see showers through Oklahoma, back through the panhandles of Oklahoma and Texas. All the rain is mainly going to stay to our south, but we're on that northern edge, so we're going to get some clouds kind of thick for us as we go through the overnight hours tonight. Let's check out Hurricane Lee. It was a major hurricane. It has weakened a little bit, but still is going to keep at the hurricane strength, move north, should make landfall somewhere near Maine as we go through the next several days. So we're going to be watching Lee. Back to the west, see this little wrinkle in the upper level flow? That's our next wave, which will start to affect us as we head into the weekend. Now ahead of it, we look pretty good. Lower 80s return. High school football weather looks great. A few random showers Saturday, clearing out Sunday is shaping up pretty nice. Let's walk you through your next 48 hours. All right, so we have some clouds tonight. Where you do have clear skies, a little bit cooler. Lower 50s in our northern counties, near 60 in our southern counties. Partly sunny for us tomorrow. We go into the mid 70s by noon. Most of us make it up 79, 80 during the afternoon. So Thursday, very similar to what we had today. Again, tomorrow night, low to mid 50s, kind of chilly And then on Friday, we warm up pretty nice, 80, 81 degrees as we go into Friday afternoon. Clouds increase Friday night with that next wave, which will start to affect us as we head into the weekend. All right, day planning for your Thursday, 56 in the morning, 75 by noon, 80 by 4. Quite a bit of sunshine during the afternoon. Let's jump to Friday night. We got high school football. Looks fantastic. Holding on to the decent weather. 77 by kickoff. 71 by the fourth quarter of most games. Now, let's go into Saturday morning. This weak wave, light random showers. Not a big deal. Pushes through and then back into the lower 80s as we go into Sunday. 80 for us tomorrow. 82 Friday, 81 Saturday, 84 Sunday, upper 80s Monday and Tuesday. We kind of hold into the mid 80s most of next week. Now, rain chances will increase by the middle of next week, which we can definitely use a little bit of rain.
Yeah, we've needed it for some time. And I'm
about
liking
15 months we've needed it.
Yeah, that's, as I said, that's some time. Thanks, Doug. The Missouri Department of Conservation asks hunters to share the harvest. The MDC asks deer hunters to donate deer meat to local food banks and food pantries to help feed hungry Missourians. Donating is really easy. You simply take harvested meat to an approved meat processor and let the processor know how much venison to donate. Meat processing fees are covered entirely or in part by numerous local sponsors along with statewide sponsors. To share the harvest venison, contact local food banks or food pantries. And the Department of Conservation is also looking for turkey feathers, specifically wing feathers and breast feathers from harvested turkeys in Missouri. The feathers will help MDC scientists improve research models used to monitor turkey population trends and estimate turkey numbers across the state. If you're interested, you can mail specific turkey feathers to the MDC using a postage-paid envelope from the Department of Conservation. Still ahead, Carthage High School softball hosts McDonald County looking for its second win in a row. And Chiefs defensive end Chris Jones addresses his future in Kansas City. John Dales has those stories and more up next.
A KOAM News
Services is here for you, offering addiction therapy. For more information about substance abuse treatment, give us a call today or visit 58150 East 66th Road in Miami.
Carthage High School softball won on the road yesterday at Webb City 9-1. Thanks in a large part to 8 runs coming in the 4th inning and a fantastic pitcher performance from Addison Wallace. Today, Tigers try to make it 2 in a row. They're at home against McDonald County. Crossover game between the Big 8 and COC as the Tigers and Mustangs do battle. 1-0 Carthage leading in the 2nd inning. This pop fly down the right field line looks like trouble, but Natalie Gilming able to come out of nowhere and make that catch. Into the 3rd, same score, 1-0 Carthage. This ball hit deep to the fence, looks like it could tie the game, but instead Elizabeth Willis makes the catch against the wall, still 1-0. But you go to the 5th, game gets tied. Lexi Youngblood comes up clutch for the Tigers, ground ball single into the outfield, 2-1 Tiger lead. Same score into the 7th, last chance for McDonald County, but Ashlyn Brust runs down that fly ball. That'll do it. Carthage wins a closely fought battle against McDonald County 2-1. Missouri Southern men's golf opens the 2023-24 season at the Blue Tiger Fall Invitational in the Lake of the Ozarks. And it's the first time the Lions have been on the same course as a team since the NCAA Super Regional in Minnesota this past May. Now, MSSU looks like it has stayed plenty sharp over the break. The Lions win the tournament as a team. They have 3 golfers placed in the top 10 individually as well. Luis Limon comes in 3rd, shooting a .216 through 3 rounds. Josh Hamnett takes 7th place. Ben Mackman finished tied for 10th with .220. MSSU finishes just 1 stroke better than Central Oklahoma to win the 13-team competition. And the Chiefs signed Chris Jones to a new 1-year deal ahead of their contest with the Jaguars this Sunday. This afternoon, the All-Pro defensive end was asked if he's thought about staying in Kansas City long-term.
I can't look forward to next year. Right now, we focus on. I'm glad to be back this year. This is my last year. Hopefully, we can get something worked out after the year for long term. I reiterated multiple times. I plan to play for the Kansas City Chiefs for the long haul of my career. That doesn't change because of this, the past situation. And we focus on Jacksonville, man.
Finishing things up with baseball, Cardinals at the Orioles trying to get a series victory. First inning, no score. Ryan Mountcastle fouls this one off. Looks innocuous enough, but he grabs his shoulder in pain. After the swing, he'd be removed from the contest. We go ahead into the third. Still 0-0. Drew Rahm dealing on the mound for St. Louis. First, he gets Adley Rutschman swinging and missing. Two batters later, Ramon Urias, same result on a foul tip. Finally, Anthony Santander goes down swinging. 5 1/3 scoreless, striking out 7 for Rahm. Fourth inning, no score. Richie Palacios hammers one to the deepest part of the outfield and gone off Kyle Gibson. Solo homer, fourth of the year. Cardinals take a 1-0 lead. Ninth inning now, Cards trying to close it out. Ryan Helsley on the mound gets the pop up from Aaron Hicks. Mason Wynn runs it down. Cardinals hold on to win 1-0. Back to the Chiefs, the Chris Jones saga. Looks like it comes to an end. When people say, what about next year? He goes, well, let's not worry about next year right now.
Yeah, who knows? I'm sure that he doesn't know, the Chiefs don't know, and anything can happen as we found out. We'll be right back.
Time is running out on the massive Lost Lease Furniture and Mattress Sell-Off at Slumberland Furniture. We're proud to salute Jerry Waltrip, a four-state hero.
In case you didn't know, Taylor Swift turns out is huge. Not large, but she's huge. Well, America's largest newspaper chain, Gannett, is hiring for a reporter to cover everything Swift. Just Taylor Swift, nothing else. The reporter is going to be hired to write for USA Today and the Tennessean. Gannett wants a journalist who can capture the significance of the Grammy-winning, record-breaking star's music, legacy, and cultural and economic influence. The Taylor Swift beat. It'll probably be its own section of the newspaper. Could be its own newspaper.
It's very true.
For that matter.
Very true.
Travis Kelce might show up in the paper.
It's true.
The weather looking pretty nice.
Hopefully no songs are written about him. All right, yes. Weather looks pretty good. 80 for us tomorrow, 82 on Friday, a few pop-up showers Saturday.
Final sports notes.
Cardinals get the win like we were just talking about. So do the Royals on the road last time playing the White Sox this year.
That's one thing to be happy about.
It is.
After they've lost 100 games. Thanks for joining us. Morning show, 5 a.m. Let's make it a great tomorrow.
On KOAM News.